For those people at home who are not familiar with NORAD Santa Tracker, can you just give me a lay of the land?
Yeah, sure. So the NORAD Track Santa program was about 1955. We had a young kid who saw a misprint in a newspaper and called the number to talk to Santa and let him know what he wanted for Christmas. And that phone rang at our ops floor, so the operations center floor. And a young colonel picked up the phone, expecting to have an operational question, and was met by a 6-year-old kid who had asked Santa what he could, hope for Christmas. Quick thinking on the colonel's part, he looked up on the radar screens and realized that, hey, we can actually track Santa, and I can tell you where Santa is right now. And then you'll be able to, at least have an idea when he'll be around your neighborhood. So that was, 70 years ago, and it's our 70th anniversary. So pretty excited about that. And being able to expand this whole NORAD Track Santa to across the entire globe. We're covering 9 different languages on the NORAD Track Santa website, and over 200 languages are able to be translated in the call center. So it's pretty neat, and it reaches out across the entire globe.
And you guys do crucial work around the clock, not just when it comes to tracking Santa. Can
That's
you
right.
walk me through what real NORAD technologies or systems inspire the way you track Santa on Christmas Eve?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. So the all of the systems that we use day in, day out to protect the North American continent 24/7, 365, from our satellites to our radars to our fighter aircraft, including Canadian F-18s, US F-15s, F-16s, F-35s, and F-22s, are all part of that picture. And it really keeps the North American continent safe from any air threats. And so that's our normal day-to-day job. And it just happens to be on the 24th of December, we get a bonus of tracking the world's greatest aviator across the globe.
And speaking of logistics, how does NORAD prepare for millions of website visits, calls, tracking requests in one single night?
Yeah, it's a lot. We had almost 400,000 calls last year. We expect more this year. We're very fortunate. We've got community partners, not just locally, but across the United States and in Canada. Over 70 commercial and private partners that play a crucial role in our ability to connect with the kids across the world.
You guys have sometimes, high stakes, high stress jobs. How fun is it to put that aside for, 12, 14, 15 hours just to bring some levity and happiness to kids across the globe?
Well, so we do both. So we still keep that going because our first and foremost, our primary job is to protect the North American continent. So we continue to do that. But like I said, the systems that we have in place allow us to do a little bit extra and make sure that we're keeping track of Santa and his reindeer. And I'll tell you what, it's really exciting. It's a lot of fun just to hear the kids. Last year, I was able to talk to children from Italy and from France, not just to mention the United States, obviously, but it was really enjoyable, and everyone's really excited. So it's a great opportunity, and we're really excited to be able to participate in that.
And you mentioned you got to do it personally. What does participating in the Santa Tracker, mean to service members and their families like yourself?
Well, I think the military. We're a very tight knit organization, and outside of work time, our families obviously are extremely important. So it's a great opportunity to have a nexus between the two. My wife and my kids were a part of it last year with me, and they will be this year too.
Do you have one story from your Santa tracking days that sticks out most that might be the most memorable to you?
Well, I'll tell you they're all really memorable. The common theme I would say is that I will usually tell the children, I'm like, look, Santa starts at the international date line and he moves west, and he makes a zigzag pattern north to south across the entire world. But the key is that you have to be asleep. And without fail, I hear the parents saying, see, I told you in the background. So, so they got to be asleep. Otherwise, Santa's not stopping.
And you mentioned that you guys have been doing this for 70 years now. When does the planning start though? I imagine that you guys start this, early the year prior.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is a growing organization and a growing function that we do. Again, our job is for continental defense, and so but folks are really excited about being a part of this, and so they will dedicate volunteer hours to ensuring that this goes off smoothly and that we can actually connect with every kid.
What makes someone a good NORAD Santa tracking volunteer?
I would say it's probably just being excited to do it. It's a lot of fun, and I'll tell you, my daughter will be mad at me for saying this. She was a little nervous at first because she wasn't sure what to expect. And when we got to the end of our time slot, she's like, "Dad, I want to stay." And she really enjoyed it, so it's a neat experience. And we're excited about it.
If I'm a parent watching this at home and I've never used NORAD or any of the technologies, what would you say to someone at home?
It's extremely easy. So 1877 Hi NORAD is the phone number. And again, whatever over 200 languages. So if you're not an English native speaker, that's okay. We can translate and have the conversation and provide the tracking data for Santa. We also have the website, right, which is noradsanta.org. Great website. It's got a lot of fun holiday events on it, from music to books to games. And obviously, you can track Santa there too. And on that website, there is a button that you can push that allows you to do a web-based call. So if your access to the phone number is not working for you, you can go through the web-based aspect too.
I apologize if you already touched on this, but how many volunteers does it take to get this operation
Yeah,
up and
so
running?
we've got over 1,000, and the bulk of these are from the U.S. and the Canadian work members here, our military members. We have a binational command, and we really are exceptionally fortunate to have great partners between Canada and the United States. But our entire force that does this is also including all the volunteers from the local community outside of Peterson Space Force Base in the Colorado Springs area.
Well, thank you for what you do and thank you for your service. Most importantly, is there anything we're leaving out or anything you want to add?
No, I would just say the only thing I would add is maybe that just make sure you make the phone call. We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much and have a
Thank
very
you.
Merry Christmas.
And you.